Hey everybody, you requested. Here you go. This is the video, my little wonky box that I made in the last video. Just felt like putting something in screen, little amethyst keychain that I carried in the inside of a coat pocket, winter coat pocket. Actually all winter long. It was a very nice little thingy. All right. Confession, it's the morning. Not fully woken up yet, but let's take a look at this vintage pocket tarot. All right, so first things first. This is the original. Okay, this is a vintage Ankh-back version. I believe this is the first Dutch Rider-Waite Smith or smith-waite deck that we got. So very cute and charming red lettering over here, which I have the same version, as you can see, de zot of de dwaas. Actually, we would say these days. De zot kind of sounds more Flemish. I don't know. The version that I put up on Make Playing Cards actually doesn't have this font or anything. I made it in English, but I did use quite similar red lettering because I thought that was just so nice. The reason I made, even for myself, this copy is because, well, Rider-Waite Smith was my first system, and I tend to, you know, as any other tarot reader, have too many of these system decks. And so I wanted a small one so that I can use it more easily for readings for clients online. And then first version, and you can see I made like a nice back. The backs that are up for sale, or the decks that are up for sale, don't have the Ankh. I again chose this for myself just because this is not a deck that I wanted to sell. I wanted to make my own version. The backs are different, and if you want to know, I will link the video where you can see me discussing this, which backs you'll get if you choose to purchase this one off of my Make Playing Cards. All right, this deck, this actual copy is up for sale because even though I like it, I mean, the whole reason that I started coloring in this deck is because when I got it, some cards were partly very badly colored in with pencil, colored pencil that I could not erase. And so I decided to make it into a little project to, color them in myself by hand. And it came out like this, which I thought was really, you know, nice and fun. And I was able to color in all the majors and leave all the others just a nice old black and white. It has no finish whatsoever. As you can see, it's a pretty chunky deck. I don't have the box for this one, but yeah, definite vintage from the 70s. It's not a deck I can really use because it doesn't shuffle because of the no finish, you know? But I guess it's a collector's item, and, you know, I have my reasons clearly to have tampered with this vintage thing. But if you like this vibe, let me know. I won't ask too much for this deck. Just if you're interested, let me know. I have some other decks that I want to sell too at this point. Let's go to this one. All right, so this is a bridge-sized deck. Small, very nice finish. You can immediately tell it's easy to shuffle. I ended up only edging the zodiac cards. So here we have all 12 of them, starting at Aries. These are just royalty-free images that I edited because I thought the artwork worked really nicely with Pixie's style. When you actually make a deck on Make Playing Cards a bridge size deck, you have space for 90 cards. So 78 tarot cards plus 12. What are you going to choose? Zodiac signs. That's right. All right. Let's do the little flip through like you wanted me to do. I hope you can really see that it focuses well. So I thought this might be a good opportunity for me to talk to you about why I've been uploading less. I already announced this earlier this year. I really like making tarot content. I really enjoy it a lot. And as you can tell, as you can see, I love creating decks, right? This was just such a fun project. And I also really like, I might order that for myself one day, um, the English titles that I made, you know? It's a cute font. This was a good opportunity to make the deck a little bit more, you know, diverse in skin tone, I guess. And you can play with different colors, colorations in the backgrounds and stuff. Okay, so let's stay on topic because I want to talk to you about. Um, I got some comments, which is interesting. People commenting on videos. I thought you were no longer making YouTube videos. That is so sweet that you tell me that, you know, you're looking forward to my videos and that you're happy to see my uploads. I never left, right? It's really just that I was making weekly videos. I was uploading 4 times a month, right? Plus sometimes doing live chats, live streams on here. And that actually is a lot. Plus the Patreon videos, right? I won't count all the videos I was making a month. But sorry, I just had to gather my thoughts a little bit there. Why is it hard for me to express this? I don't know. This is just my space. Nobody is forcing me to upload. I don't know, guys. The thing is, my main job is my dance studio, right? I have my own dance school or my own dance studio. I rent a space and I have my own students in Amsterdam. That takes up a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I love doing it. That doesn't mean I love doing tarot readings and tarot videos less, right? It's just the dance world was my chosen path from a very, very young age. And now that I'm finally doing something that is just in alignment with who I am, you know, it really makes me happy. That's got to take my main, you know, focus. Um, and I'm happy to give it that attention. And so that's it. That's actually the only reason I, or the main reason I should say. I just have a little less time because I realized also I needed time to rest. Yeah, crazy. I needed time in between to just recuperate, you know? This is just, I love this. Just black and white. And by the way, it's not very saturated black just because the original deck also isn't. But, you know, the difference with the colors and yeah, it's just, I think it's so cute. And then we have the backs like this, but then you'll have two little triangles, right? Um, yeah, main thing, that's it. I am not sure if I'm going to keep this up, but I stopped putting text in my thumbnails. which is also maybe a reason why people aren't recognizing it immediately as a new video when I post about it on my Instagram. That's fine. I just wanted to do my own thing, step away from the ever so slightly, what the hell am I trying to say, clickbait world. I can still have fun titles. Look at this one, isn't that cute? It actually has a stain in the original. Decided to keep it. Might actually also work with the meaning of the card. I just really wanted to do my own thing, basically. I feel I'm doing it. I only want to participate in hashtags that I really, really, truly feel would add something to the conversation or to what I'm making. In this year, let me just be a bit more transparent. It's my hermit year, right? The card of the year, it's my hermit year, and I'm really leaning into it. That doesn't mean I'm not uploading. That doesn't mean I'm no longer, sharing these things online. Actually, it inspires me to really, really do my own thing and turn off a little more the outside world so that my inner thoughts can develop a little more, can work a little more, can come to the surface. So, long story short, I'm actually watching a little less YouTube. I'm working more with my cards, doing fun projects like this, and I'm creating my own tarot content. I don't really love that word, but I like interacting with the people who comment. So, for instance, this flip through was a request, right? And I know I'm taking my time and I'm talking about something completely different. But yeah. When people ask me, to do something, to show them something, to talk about a topic I hadn't talk about, I was going to actually tackle in videos, but I forgot about it, or something else took my attention, and it just somehow never happened, and you guys still want to see it. Most of the time, I'm happy to oblige. This is what I'm saying. I'm happy to interact in this way. I don't have to interact. I was gonna say I don't have to interact these days. Like, it's not like I ever really put pressure on myself to do so, but I'm talking about tarot tube stuff, like tags, for instance. There's a place for fun tags, for sure. And when you do one of those fun, so-called meaningless tags once on your channel, it's still fun. But when that's all that you get to do with those massive amounts of decks, and that's all that you show other people, it gets, it must get a little boring, a little frustrating. And I'd much rather focus on how to read the tarot, or things that come up during readings. Like, for instance, dark feminine. When I said the feminine is always dark, and somebody asked about it and I made a whole video about it, hopefully doing that saying justice. Those types of conversations is what I want to see on people's channels. That's what I like to watch. And so I also make that type of content. That's simply how that works. So this is really just personal preference, and I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this, you know. It's a cozy little deck. It's very familiar. It's cute. It does its job. It's still esoteric deck even though it's black and white. I'm a fan of this little baby. Here we go. Aries season, right? It's always so hard to shuffle when there's a camera and a mic and everything. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you think of what I've talked about in this video. It wasn't a very articulate talk. It was really just thoughts, which is what tends to happen when you make these types of videos. Yeah, so thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for commenting. It does help my channel. Comment, like, the subscribe thing, and maybe even share if there's a video in all of the stuff I've made throughout the years so far that particularly speaks to you, that you feel that people need to hear, that you feel might be educational or just fun, but always, of course, hopefully both. So thanks everybody. I will link a video in the screen that I think you'll like as well. So, you know, stick around and I'll see you next time.